All right, folks, we're back for part two. This is part two of the 2 5-ton Mikey Pipes by ACiQ installation here. They got fan coils on these air handlers, but now they're gonna have dual fuel, heat pump, and hydro coils coming from the boiler. The ultimate in energy efficiency. The only challenge we have is, yet again, Mount Everest, all the way up there. You may think I'm joking, but the easiest way is to climb these and then all the way up there. And we have the other Mikey Pipes by ACiQ, the 60 HPD. This is the Extreme Plus side discharge, 60,000 BTU outdoor condensing unit. Also operates as a heat pump. And what's great about this unit, after every cycle is complete, it does a self-cleaning at high speed. Cleans that condensing coil. Awesome. Now, besides having to climb Mount Everest multiple times today, Daniel and Derek normally get suckered into going into the attic. But today I have it. I have the short end of the stick, and Daniel and Derek have it made. Because going up 5 steps is our basement. And look at this wildebeest. Look at it. It's despicable. It is despicable. And poorly maintained. What's up with the band iron? We're going to fix that right away. We're going to take those straps, those braces, re-secure the ductwork, and make it look epic. All right, guys. And didn't Carlos do a great job installing this 50-gallon AO Smith with the recirculating system? Amazing job. You good, Derek? You good? Me, not so good, but we'll figure it out. All right, folks. 8:35. The unit is on top of Mount Everest. I am using a 1/2-inch socket, which is a little slightly too small to pull out the bolts that secure the outdoor unit to the shipping pallet. But 1/2-inch works perfectly on the bolts I'm using on my Rector seal. So the WBB 300 wall mount bracket. Yeah, we'll be all right. This one you have to do by hand unless you're going to take off the grill for the condenser fan motors blade. Also, another thing to consider is the distance between our 2 feet is 25 inches. It's actually a little bit less than 25. Put it right on there. Right on there. Perfect. I'm going to go get the guys and lift this wildebeest up. It's heavy. About 238 pounds heavy. All right. The new unit is installed. It's a little bit off. This side's a little bit lower than the left, and there's really not much more I can do because it's just the way the wall is. But it's a little frustrating because I want them both to be perfectly parallel and level with one another, but unless you're staring directly at it, you're not really going to notice. Let's see if I can fix it though. All right, now that the unit is mounted and secured to the wall, I'm going to work on the line set. Now, in part 1 of this 2-part install, we uncovered this awful red looking oil coming out of the condensing unit. So I am cutting back this a little bit, and only because there's a bend here, we're going to make another bend, and we will swoop into our 3/8 and 3/4 inch flare connections. We're going to use a zoom lock reducing coupling here, and I'm going to use the bender. Now, let's just see if there's any oil in it, residue here, and there is. I can feel it in there. There is a lot of oil residue in there, but yeah. So I'm going to use some flush and the line wiper, the pipe wiper, to clean out this line set. Let's go make sure they're disconnected downstairs, and let's get set up here. And one of the things that was instilled upon me when I was an apprentice and journeyman is never waste any trips. If you're going back to the truck, take something with you that you're not going to need anymore. I'm not going to need this shipping car pallet, and I'm not going to need these bolts. Good. That's gone now. And there's Mount Everest. Okay. This is a weird looking thing. What is that thing?
Silencer.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Really?
They have them on some train like outdoor units.
Huh.
I don't think they really work.
You know what I just thought of?
What?
You know, all these ACiQ systems that we've installed,
Yeah.
there's no filter dryer. But then again, there's no filter dryer on a ductless mini split system, right?
Yeah.
I wonder why that is. Why are there filter dryers on like traditional unitary equipment, and why are there no filter dryers on mini split systems? It's a good question. What do you think? Let me ask ChatGPT. Interesting.
What?
Mini split manufacturers aren't cutting corners. The design of the equipment and the way it's delivered and installed makes the difference. Let's break it down. So condenser outside, air handler inside, copper line sets you run yourself. This introduces multiple risks, brazed joints everywhere, overheating the copper, burn off of the internal lining, introduce oxidation scale, leave a microscopic leak, pull in moisture. Right? A filter dryer protects the system from your mistakes or the last tech's mistake. And then mini splits are factory sealed refrigeration systems. Manufacturers do the brazing at the factory. The charger is pre-metered and pre-clean. Flare connections introduce fewer contaminants. And they do have internal strainers. Many mini splits have that. But filter dryers are recommended in certain cases. System has been open to refrigerant leak. The compressor has been replaced. Moisture contamination is a suspect. Flare joints are poorly done and leaked for a long time. The system had an acid formation burnout. EPA and OEM guidelines. If the system is exposed to atmosphere or known contamination, add a filter dryer. Some techs use a bi-flow filter dryer, cut it out after startup, and then braze in a coupling. All right, to flush, we're going to use the CleanShot. Open this up. We crimp the other end. Keep this upright. Okay. Let's go. For about 30 seconds. Okay, let's get the 3/8. What's great is that we're going downhill, not up. Definitely helps. And that's why we wear PPP. Okay. And let's get that one again. And then we're going to follow up with the pipe wiper and nitrogen. Okay. Good stuff. Let's close this up. And we'll have a little bit left over for next time. When I use this stuff, I probably get about 3 uses out of it. And this is the second time. There's one more left. And we're good. Alright, I got these little pigs. I'm going to put a pig in there. Okay. I'm going to take the adapter. Oh, I'm missing that. Okay. I'm going to put that on there. Let's... I always get it the wrong size. Oh, I had it the right way. Oh, I'm an idiot.
The end.
Wow. Yeah, good old CleanShot. Wow. In the 7/8. All right, here comes the first 3/8.
All right. Oh. All right, I got it.
Okay, how's it look?
Wet, because you just came out with the flush.
All right, let me install the second. All right, here comes number 2.
All right. All right. Yeah.
All right, how's it look?
All right, just give me a second to take it out. Pretty dry.
Okay, one more for good luck.
All right, give me a second. I'm ready.
All right, here we go, number 3.
I got it.
Okay, we're done flushing. Thank you. Time to do some flaring. 3/4 pipe. Gets the 3/4 inch flare adapter from NAVAC. There's a tool. Put that on there. All right, something's going on here. What is that about? There we go. Rock and roll, baby. NAVAC. This is the automatic flaring tool, model NEF, as in Frank, 6LM. It literally does a perfect flare every single time. As long as you put it on right, you're good. Now, I just took a piece of 3/4 inch copper. I put a little 90-degree bend on there and then a little kick right there, and let's see if we line up. Yeah, we should be all right. We will bend there and go into there, and we should be good. I hope I did good here. I'm not 100% with the bender, but you gotta admit, that is pretty fire. 7/8, 3/4, depth guide. Let's go. Let's stop wasting time here. Gotta get the show on the road. It's 9:40. We don't got time to be wasting today. I want to be having lunch. Job done. And checking the bank. You know what I mean? By 1 o'clock, the latest. Let's go. Uh-oh. Let me do that one more time. Oh man, the battery's dying. There's my mark. Let's press. One more time. I think my battery is either too cold. I think it's the battery, man. Oh man, Daniel's gonna kill me. Nice. What? Nice, perfect touch. Return transmission final. Daniel's using the Milwaukee M18 angle grinder. Beautiful. Time to make a whip, folks. Time to make a whip. For many years, I bought pre-made whips, 1/2 inch, 3/4. I don't do that anymore. I like this way better. Less waste. Let's see. And it's cheaper. Oh, I am exhausted. It is 10 minutes after 12 here. We're vacuuming down. I cannot wait to share with you the progress that Daniel and Derek made on the inside of the air handler with the new platform. Oh, it's tits. Let me show you what we're doing over here. All right, outside at the condensing unit, we have our field piece vacuum pump hooked up. I purged some nitrogen through the system, and just to remove any moisture, anything non-condensables related. And the system's been running for now about maybe 2 or 3 minutes. And finally, just as I was talking, we started dropping in our microns. So 19,000 microns and dropping. It is 9 after 10 here in the morning. In the afternoon, sorry. Still November 18th, still Tuesday. But we're just about done. The vacuum process will clean up. I've been cleaning up, as you can see, there's really nothing here. Just what I need. Every trip I take back to the truck, I take what's needed. Hopefully I don't forget to take from the truck what I went down there for and bring it back up. I did that twice. I went to get some zip ties to zip tie my Liquid-Tight to my line set, and I brought it all the way down there. So I wanted to zip tie that, make it look nice and pretty. The electric, the 1/2 inch Liquid-Tight, I put on a 1/2 inch clamp there, a couple down below, one right there. I have my surge protector in, the Rector Seal, the RSH50, my ground, my communication wire, the S1, S2. It's beautiful, very, very beautiful. So while this is pumping down, we're at 4,000 microns and dropping. Let me go inside and show you what Daniel and Derek have accomplished. It's not easy getting up Mount Everest, but it's easier getting down. All right. All right, folks, let me show you what they've accomplished. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Now, some may say that I'm lying about the time, but it is 12, I don't know, 17. Would you agree it's 12:17? That's right, folks. Now, watch what happens when I pop this closed. We jump up, and then we jump down. Ugh. We're not ready yet, folks. We're not ready. She's not ready for us. Keep vacuuming down. Still not yet. Not yet. All right, a couple minutes to half past the hour. Just gonna keep it real. I decided to stop the vacuum process, and for the third time now, we blew nitrogen through the line set, the evaporator, and back out the other end, and we're vacuuming down again. I'm doing that just because I didn't like how quickly the micron gauge jumped up to 1,000 microns when I was at 250. So if I have any more moisture in the system, that was a good opportunity to purge it out. So we're starting over again. We're at 4,000 and dropping. So looks like we're gonna be here doing this until about 1 o'clock. So stay tuned. All right, let's go down to the basement and see how Daniel and Derek are doing, and give me an opportunity to give you some info on the Mikey Pipes private label by ACiQ Extreme Series Heat Pump Extreme Systems. These condensers, the outdoor units, these 2 5-ton systems you see here, they take efficiency to new levels, new heights. I lost my train of thought. Not only can they extract heat at negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit of outdoor temperature, while ensuring effective cooling performance, even in scorching temperatures up to 122 degrees, they can be paired with the AHB air handler that I'm about to show you. And we have multiple different sizes, 1.5 tons, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, and 5 that we just installed the second one for our residential client here. Let me show you. This is the 5-ton, 60,000 BTU model. We have it installed vertically, upflow. If you have a gas furnace, you can pair the outdoor unit with a case evaporator coil for optimal efficiency. But you know, with the heat pumps,
Gray plastic thing.
Really, they're incredible. The inverter heat pump, modulating variable speed, and forget about negative 22 degrees. We have efficient cooling from 5 degrees Fahrenheit to 122 degree of outdoor temperature, and efficient heating, negative 22 to 75 of outdoor temperatures. We got that gold thin condensing coil outside, quiet operations, even under the highest workload. You guys have probably seen me install, and Daniel install, numerous Bosch IDS 2.0 and 2.1 systems. They get a little loud in the heating mode. I think they're still great equipment. But there's always a but. Do you know that, from my knowledge, the Bosch system and what's you're looking at right on your screen right now is made at the same factory in China by Medea? It's crazy. Same exact factory, just different assembly line. It's crazy. You can pair the indoor air handler with heat strips to operate below, 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Beautiful, beautiful machine. Like I said, 1.5 tons, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, and 5-ton models are available. No half-ton sizes, folks, like Carrier and Bosch and some of the other big boys out there. But this machine, take a look at the rounded corners. We have a magnetic filter cover right there. No screws. Beautiful. Very, very beautiful. So while we're vacuuming down, Daniel's going to finish up wiring the condensate pump, and then we'll fire this bad boy on. All right. It is 7 minutes after 1. I have already dumped the charge. We have power to the outdoor unit. We have power to the indoor unit. We have the beautiful Wi-Fi enabled ACiQ thermostat. Looks like an Ecobee. And I have nothing on going outside. You know, of course, the second I remove the cover to access the electrical control, I hear a little noise, and the next thing you know, it's running. Isn't that always the case? But nonetheless, since it is a communicating system, if you ever do get an error at the outdoor unit, or something's not right at the outdoor unit, make sure the indoor unit is on. Make sure the thermostat is actively calling for something, whether it's actively calling for heat or cooling. And then come out here, turn your power off, wait a minute or two, plug it back in, and that will reset any serial communicating issues between the indoor and outdoor unit, and any mixed messages that the outdoor unit may be getting. It doesn't know how to handle that, especially on a brand new install or the day of install, like you're having a problem. Always check that. You know, turn the power off to the outdoor unit, wait a minute, turn it back on, problem generally goes away. We had a similar problem with this one last week, where Derek accidentally turned the power switch off the top of the air handler, and we're scratching our heads, you know, checking everything, and he hit the switch. Yeah. People are betting how long Derek's gonna last here. Well, let's see. We'll see if he's here New Year's. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're thinking about replacing your AC equipment, you want to be in the 21st century, check out my beautiful solution, the Mikey Pipes 5-ton side discharge inverter system. This is an ultra efficient system. It's got an amazing warranty, and it's whisper quiet, folks. It's running and you don't even hear it. Amazing. So if you live in the Long Island, New York City metropolitan area, and you're tired of getting bamboozled by your HVAC contractor, pick up the phone, give me a call, 516-348-6300. Or save time, book online at pipedoc.net. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Be well, God bless, stay safe. Can you hear that? Let me get a little closer. Can you hear it now? Yeah. That means your neighbors aren't going to hear it, and neither are you. So what are you waiting for? Pick up the phone and give me a call, 516-348-6300, and get yourself a Mikey Pipes heat pump inverter too. What are you waiting for? Call now.